Okay, I'm here in North Philadelphia at Don's Do Shop, and I'm speaking with no other than Mr. Don. Hello, Mr. Don. How are you?
Fine. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well, Mr. Don. If you don't mind telling me, born and bred in Philadelphia, you were?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and how long have you lived in this community?
All my life.
Okay, and if you wanted to give me an age range, about how many years would that be?
Uh, I can't count.
Okay. So, all right. I got it. I'm good. Moving on. So he's been here for a long time. You said you started your shop back in 1964. Did you go to school to do hair or be a barber?
Yes.
So when you talk about do shop, was that a name of a style back in the day to do, or is that just when people be like, get your hair did, get a hairdo?
Well, that's what it was. Hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
You got your hair done. You got a hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
This was when you came to get your hair done. So it was a do shop
So what did you specialize in? Was it like were people getting processes back then, or was it more like the cuts?
processes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sugar, like Sugar Ray and Nat King Cole, they were the ones who really made the process popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else picked up on it that was basically an entertainer and those who wanted to be entertainers. So that was the basic idea that came along. Because the first person I ever saw at the Uptown was Sugar Ray Robinson and his dance ensemble. I guess I was about 9 years old. I don't know how old I was. I was
Mm-hmm.
young.
And he had a process.
Yes, he had a process.
Mm-hmm.
And the first black man I saw on TV was Nat King Cole, and he had a process along with Rochester.
Who's Rochester?
Mr. Benny, Jack Benny, that's what Rochester was calling Mr. Benny. It was Jack Benny's right hand man.
He was a black man.
Yeah, he was,
Jack Benny is white, right?
yeah.
Okay. And did you ever have any famous clientele come into your shop to get their hair done?
Yes. James Brown.
James Brown came in here.
Yeah, his band. Don Corvée. Corvée. I think his name was.
What was he from?
Huh?
Was he from a group, Don Corvée?
He's the one who. Yeah, he was. He made records himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who wrote that record. Letter Full of Tears that. Yes, he did. He wrote that, and I've been promising myself I was gonna make a list
Mm-hmm.
and keep it handy.
Yeah, put it on your wall.
I haven't done it yet. Let me see who else. There's just so many people.
So many people over the years.
Yeah. B.B. King.
Oh, he came in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
B.B. King came in and I said to him, "You look like B.B. King."
Mm.
And he said, "That's because I am B.B. King."
So you personally did their hair yourself,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
And it's a gentleman by the name of Dap Sugar Willie, better known today as Luton Lenny from Good Times.
Mm-hmm.
He lived around the corner. Before I started this, I used to work in a tailor shop. And that was a steady customer. He was real thin.
Mm-hmm.
All his clothes had to be tapered.
He was sharp.
That's why Dap.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they used to call them, dappers. You know? He was a dapper.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sugar Willie, he said that because his eyes looked like Sugar Ray's eyes.
Mm.
And that's where the sugar Willie came from.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to California. Appeared in a couple pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And I always did his hair. I have a picture of him over there from Good Times.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure I take a look at that so I can
And the
remember.
other lady, Florida or something.
You did her hair?
Yeah. No, she never came to Philly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. So you personally did their hair. So you're like a legacy, a staple here. So you own this building outright. Has it always been a barbershop down here? Do you have like residents upstairs or things like that?
No, we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was other things other than a barbershop. It was a church also.
Oh, yeah.
I always say that's where I got my blessings from.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was quite a few things. If you spread the chairs crossways, you can get quite a few people in here.
No, I see it's pretty wide. So at this time, are you the primary hairstylist? Do you have other hairstylists that come in?
I called them when someone makes an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I let them know because there's no use of everybody sitting here waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And with this pandemic, it just, everything just fell apart.
You do women's hair as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit about your relationship to doo-wop.
Doo-wop?
Yeah, doo-wop.
Oh, that was the thing. Doo-wop. Everything was doo-wop. All the records was doo-wop. Wow. I can remember every group sang doo-wop.
And where would you see them? Would they be standing on the corner or?
That was it. The corner doo-wop. I guess parents didn't let them make that noise in the house. That's why I imagine. The doo-woppers were all over. It seemed like, I don't know, the sound sounded better on the corner.
Yeah, it does. It does to me. I mean, when I hear people sing a cappella live, it sounds better.
And then I remember when they wouldn't allow you to have doo-wop shows on Sunday. You had to go to Jersey.
To do a doo-wop show?
Yeah, they wouldn't couldn't do that in Philly. In Philly on Sunday.
Was that part of the laws that they had back then?
Yes,
What was that law called?
Blue law.
The blue law, right. They got rid of that though.
Yeah. I don't know about whether that was good or bad.
Yeah,
It was more profitable.
yeah.
But good or bad is another thing.
Why do you think doo-wop kind of fizzled out?
Well, I would say they say they didn't want any signs of unity, and the groups singing together showed unity. So they started breaking it down to individuals, because you don't get any band leaders, you don't get any great guitar players, you don't get any drummers outstanding, you don't get anything out of this single act. Doo-wop kept everybody unified, and well, we gotta wait for our band is
Did the police start breaking up doo-woppers as they were singing? Was that something that you were noticing as part of the way to kind of stop it?
You said what?
Were the police breaking up people who were singing doo-wop as a way to stop that unity?
It could be viewed that way.
So the police were taking it a part of stopping people from being able to sing on the streets?
Oh yeah, well, disturbing the peace, they call it.
Though nobody, were people complaining?
They sang pretty late.
Mm.
But Philadelphia was a different town then. Philadelphia was very different. The laws were different. It changed a lot of things.
Police weren't the way they are now.
And that was it.
So the doo-woppers would sing like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night,
Boy later.
midnight.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
That was.
But some people wanted them to sing.
They really, they always was hit a note, you know, like they'd be out there, and they would just start singing. I guess it's from my religious background. The quartets, quintets, what have you. I know when I was young, my grandmother used to listen to all the gospels groups
Mm-hmm.
and on the radio, because I don't think television was invented then. Yeah.
Was your grandmother familiar, or are you familiar with Sister Rosetta Tharpe?
Yes.
Do you have any stories about her or her music that you liked or anything like that? Because I think she passed away here in Philadelphia. She lived in North Philly, not too far from here.
Yeah, it seemed like
She kept her hair looking good. She might have came here and got her hair done.
One time we had like 7 people doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Things just faded away. You know?
Yeah. What's your favorite memory of this community, when the community you felt was very robust and lively with like positive activity? When would you say that was? Was there a period of time like that?
Activity in the community, and the community was carrying on. It's strange that I never put a year on it, you know. It's just the community doing well for itself. I have to say the 60s.
The 60s. When did things start to change? Did you start noticing sort of like maybe the downfall or the sort of the disunification of, if that's a word, of the community around what time?
Well, the community was doing well. Because I was doing well when I raised my family off my income here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, when I was doing well, the community was doing well.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 60s. That was the 60s, I would say.
And things started to get different maybe what, in the 70s or 80s?
Yes. So, everything went crazy. All the children got big.
Do you think drugs played a big part in sort of the craziness of the community?
They tell me they make their own drugs. I don't know. They're not pharmacists. They don't know, and I don't know what that stuff will do to you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's an experiment. No guinea pig.
They said in the 1980s, crack really destroyed a lot of black communities.
Yeah, crack.
Yeah.
They say that crack, a drug addict told me, said crack was one of the worst things they ever put on God's earth. And he was a heroin addict. He said that.
Wow.
He's gone now.
Okay.
No, from heroin.
That's what he said. See, because he said heroin, you get some heroin, you might last all day with a shot. But that crack, he said every 20 minutes you need to be running back getting some more.
You said you raised your family here. Do you have children?
Yes.
How many children?
3.
Okay. And did they follow you as far as being barbers or cosmetologists or anything?
They
No.
have their own desires.
Are they still here in the city, or they've moved on?
Well, they're in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the Uptown. So, Mr. Don, we're going to have some doo-woppers sing in front of your establishment. We'll set up a date for that. That'll be part of the doo-wop. And they're only going to sing for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. And that's going to be in the day, probably the late afternoon, maybe around 4 or 5 or something like that. We'll set that up with you. And this is part of my project, the Doo-Wop Corner. But I want to talk to you a little bit about any of the not paraphernalia, but any of the souvenirs or any pictures that you have of entertainers from the Uptown and your relationship with the Uptown, being so close to it and being sort of a gatekeeper of the community.
I had pictures, you know, we had basketball people that came in, we had people, wives that came in, girlfriends, we had the actual people that came in,
Had what?
the actual people, you know, not just relatives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a lot of folks in there.
Wow. Do you have any pictures around the shop that we can take a look at?
Yeah, that plaque there, they gave me that for doing B.B. King's hair.
The one that says Don's Do Shop, honoring the wisdom to archive history, 50 years of music, cultural, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Don's Do Shop, honoring the wisdom to archive history, 50 years of music and cultural change, celebrating your love of North Philly.